Hi everyone, this is Brenda Cassidy, OT and sensory educator. I'm continuing on with this little series of things that crop up with parents that I talk about with them during the workshops that I run, my BrainCam and my Sensory Made Simple workshops. So today I want to mention something I call the angel at school and the devil at home. So this is where your SGO child or child with something going on seems like such an angel at school. So they're able to hold it in together all day. They're actually quite quiet. The teachers will often say, no way, this is absolutely the best child in the class. They're so quiet in school. I can't believe that they're having such meltdowns at home. And this can happen where the child comes to the place where they feel most comfortable and most loved, and that is at home with their parents, and they can have horrendous meltdowns. And meltdowns, as you probably know if you've looked into it and researched it, are not generalized tantrums, which is something that you would see quite commonly in a toddler. Meltdowns are where the child loses all ability to be rational. They're maybe screaming and crying. You know, in my case, my personal case, where I have witnessed throwing chairs across the room. Many of you will have heard me talk about that in my workshop. And so the child, particularly the sensory child, may be overloaded all day in school, maybe bombarded by constant sensory input through their sensory systems, and they become overloaded. Or the child who is a seeker or a craver feels like they're in a straitjacket all day in school, and they become completely tensed up. So those children can go into complete meltdowns when they are with the people that they love the most and feel safest. It might even happen the minute that they get into the car after school. They can start to have the meltdowns there. So don't feel that you're going completely crazy. You can have the child who is, as I say, the angel at school and the devil at home. And for those of you who work in schools out there, if the parent does come to you and says that this child is having a lot of meltdowns at home, please believe them, because if they're swinging off the curtains at home and they're so quiet in school all day, there generally is an issue, and it's a time to take out the virtual magnifying glass and have a really good look at that child and see if they do in fact have SGO or something going on, and see is that attributed to sensory issues, which could be, you know, quite easily taken care of at home by the parent with good identification and management, by the school with sensory breaks. I cover a lot of this in my workshop Sensory Made Simple and in the BrainCam program to give relief to the child who has issues. And sometimes indeed that child may need to be referred on to an occupational therapist or educational psychologist, depending on what the SGO is. So just to say that you are not going crazy, that you can have the child who is the angel at school and the devil at home, and it is quite common. So that's just another little vignette of things that we talk about during the workshops as well. And I'll see you next time.